the Sportsocracy.
Fire them cannons. By golly, put more powder in those things.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy. I'm Tank Spencer. Jeremy Greene is alongside, and we are live in the Wicked Weed studio, wickedweedbrewing.com. Drink different.
I have a funny feeling we are going to be joined by a lot of kitty cats today. And you should.
Yeah, just spiking that football. I am back for many of the wins.
And I'll be honest with you, they are becoming some of my favorite some of my favorite people.
Oh, there's a Boye. A Boye's already showed up.
As well you should. I cannot figure out where there it is. My camera is off, and it is fucking with me to the highest degree.
It's off.
Well, if I'm to the right, I have to go to the left, and fuck.
Yeah, I hear you.
But you know what I do have today?
Oh, he's got the energy drink.
I got that good back. No more birthday cake for me, bitches. Good God, I had to choke that shit down like I had to choke down watching New England beat us by 90.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Tank, when you're wrong, you are wrong,
I'd be
brother.
remiss if I didn't put this up just so we could all see.
Oh, yeah.
That Jets logo
Jets
next to Tank's face.
Jets, blow me out.
Sweet
Jesus.
baby God. I mean, I'll give you credit when you're wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
That.
Hey, at least I got the Titans, though.
You did.
I did get the Titans.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
It is an Overreaction Monday. If you have things you would like us to overreact to, throw them in the comments, and I will quickly make a little graphic. We are now doing live graphics. Yeah. Which I've wanted to do for an extended period of time. I can do them as it happens. So if you hear me banging away on my keyboard, that's why.
We've already seen G-Baby's taking his victory lap.
As well you should.
Kelvin Joyner's in the comments already talking about it was a great day to be a Raider. You blow out the Eagles, and you get to see the Kansas City Chiefs just get dominated by the Tennessee Titans.
Chuck G asked in the comments, what's the latest on Zach Wilson? He recently called Chris Hogan to ask what lacrosse is like. What is it like to play lacrosse?
He sucks a lot.
Mark Wilson, that's a new name. We're like an AA meeting for sports.
What's up, Mark?
MRI confirmed sprained PCL. Zach Wilson's looking at 2 to 4 weeks, which means we have 2 to 4 weeks of the pride of Western Kentucky, Mike White, leading us to a series of losses.
Woo! It just keeps getting better, doesn't it?
1-5 and a Ric Flair. Woo!
Are you at the just in the season portion?
Oh, yeah. Oh, JETS just in the shit.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. That's it's not good.
It is.
It's a no good, very bad thing.
It is. By the way, the Carolina Panthers, they suck. They suck a lot.
Yeah. So today is an Overreaction Monday.
Yep.
And we do a different theme every week. Last week it was Aaron Rodgers, RELAX.
Yep.
This week I figured we'd do something a little different. We're going to do Gary Busey quotes.
Gotta recharge your brain batteries.
Recharge your brain batteries.
Yeah, we're going to do Gary. Is this Gary Busey crazy?
Yeah.
Not completely Gary Busey crazy. Or not Gary Busey, or no Gary Busey at all.
All right. First off, I guess we got to start with the biggest surprise of the day. It was hard to pick the biggest surprise, but I think the biggest surprise has to be the Cincinnati Bengals just demolishing the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, make sure you turn you got to turn the board up a little bit. A, because I can't get super close to my microphone. B, because Gary Busey is not always real loud when he talks. The Cincinnati Bengals are our first overreaction of the day.
41-17 over the Baltimore Ravens, and are they really a contender in the AFC?
That's the sound the bear makes.
This is not Gary Busey crazy at all.
It's not?
This is absolutely zero Gary Busey. Do you realize that if the playoffs started right now, the Cincinnati fucking Bengals would be the number one
They'd
seed?
be the one seed?
Of which, look, I understand the Bengals fans that are coming for me, and God bless you. Some of you are funny as fuck.
Right.
Especially the ones that come for me on Twitter. I think the guy's name's Andrew Moore. Yeah, you're funny as shit.
Mm-hmm.
You are a funny human. You were right. I was wrong. I will admit it. That Bengals team is really fucking good.
They are very good. And I told you when we were doing I guess it was the preview video for this. Like, the more I look at that schedule, the more I go, I don't know when this is going to stop. Right. Like, you've got the Jets next, which, holy shit.
Holy God. Jamar Chase might have 900 yards next week.
Then you got the Browns, who are still ailing. Still figuring out, will Baker Mayfield play? Is Case Keenum still going to be the quarterback at that point? What running back's going to be back in 2 weeks?
Yeah, you remember last week when I told you that the Cincinnati Bengals were better than Cleveland Browns, and you went, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, it's not even debatable.
It's not a question.
Now it's not even debatable.
Right.
You are no doubt better than the Cleveland Browns.
Mm-hmm.
You are no doubt better than the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think after yesterday, it's kind of hard to say the Ravens are better than you.
Yeah, you can't really hold that up after the 41-17 victory.
Hendricks, we're like an AA meeting for sports. Welcome, Hendricks.
What's up?
I'm going to assume he is a Bengals fan as well.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to see a lot of those.
Sure.
Tell your Bengal fan friends that the fat leprechaun that you hate so much has completely come to your side.
But, I mean, after that, they go Raiders, Steelers, Chargers, 49ers, Broncos. It's not as daunting as it once looked.
I swear to God, I think the Bengals, the back end of the Bengals schedule, fuck the Kardashian. Because that is the only way you could see this much atrophy.
Oh, yeah.
Is if you somehow wound up dating a Kardashian. Looking at you, Reggie Bush, Lamar Odom. I mean, I could do this for a minute.
Rashad McCants.
Ben Simmons.
Who else have they screwed up? Bruce Jenner.
Yeah. There's been a lot of people.
Right.
I mean, I got news for you. The Kardashians have fucked up more dudes than the IRS. So this is just kind of the way it is.
Right. But now, I mean, hell, even you look down at the end of the season, even that Chiefs game ain't even that daunting.
No. Look, I'm going to be honest, all right? I'm going to look dead in this camera, and I'm going to say you were right. All right, Bengals fans, you were right. However, can we stop the victory lap of there is no possible way you thought when you played the Kansas City Chiefs you would be the more consistent fucking offense?
Right.
Because if you did, you're a witch, and we need to go to Vegas right now.
No, we believe in our team. It's great to believe in your team, but man, I'm thoroughly taken aback by the Cincinnati Bengals and what they were able to do yesterday. I was sitting at Wild Wing Cafe across the table from a Cincinnati Bengals fan, and he was like, "You watching? Are you watching?
Are you doing?
Are you watching?" And all I could say was, "What is happening right now?" Because there is no explanation for that.
Well, here's what's happening. Joe Burrow is that dude.
He is.
And Jamar Chase is that duder.
Yes.
Good God, he is good at football.
8 catches, 201 yards, and a touchdown yesterday. CJ Uzoma celebrating National Tight End Day with 2 touchdowns.
And props to Aboya on that one because he tried to tell me. CJ Uzoma was the tight end play yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
got that one right. Joe Burrow goes for it.
Said I hit on an 18 parlay over-under yesterday. R.I.P. parlays.
Oh.
Thanks, NC State, you bunch of dicks. You're the only favorite I took. I hit 6 damn dogs, 1 pick 'em, and you just screwed me.
Jeremy's a little sore for the parlays.
Yeah, well, you set $4,000 on fire. See how you feel there, punkin.
Nope. Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Can't make me.
But you know what makes me feel better? The deliciousness that is a purple guava pear bang.
Oh, God. Joe Burrow yesterday, 23 of 38, 416 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. They moved the ball at will any way they wanted to, on the ground, through the air. What happened to the Baltimore Ravens defense that we saw shut down the LA Chargers last week?
I told you, and I damn it. One of these weeks I'm going to listen to myself when I say this shit. This had letdown game written all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Every bit of it. And look, I'm not going to say this was a letdown because I flat out think Cincinnati's better. Flat out. And now there are 2 teams, 1 per conference, that I think is literally winning in spite of their coach, and it doesn't matter. I am starting to think that fucking coaching just doesn't matter. Hell, just let anybody coach. Screw it. Vic Fangio. We'll give him another
Between
job.
Zach Taylor and Cliff Kingsbury, you just can't put it together.
But
you can't make your brain work. Wrap around it.
I need you to understand what I'm getting ready to say. Cliff Kingsbury and Zach Taylor are 12-2 combined. Andy Reid and Bill Belichick are 6-8 combined.
Mm-hmm.
What world are we fucking living in? I just, okay.
Right.
I am officially steering more into the skid of quarterback matters, and I'm just starting to think that coach really doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm obviously being hyperbolic there to a point, but
I mean,
be really honest with yourself. How many teams right now do you think are better than the Cincinnati Bengals in the AFC?
Oh, God.
Honestly. Honestly.
Why?
How many teams in the AFC do you think are better than the Bengals right now?
The Buffalo Bills.
That's one. I'll give you one more.
The Buffalo Bills.
I'll give you one more. Because there's one more that I look at and go, I don't know how.
And the Titans,
That's
maybe?
the one. That's
And
the
the
only
Titans,
other one.
maybe.
I would literally laugh at you if you said any other team.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be really honest. 4 is the Las Vegas Raiders.
No.
You're wrong.
No.
That's fine. You look, every argument has somebody right and somebody wrong. You can be wrong if you want to.
No. Just keep saying it.
Yeah, you keep saying it all you want to. You can just still be wrong.
I get it. Okay?
I've seen every team in the AFC dookie in their pants at least once, except the Cincinnati Bengals and the Las Vegas Raiders. I have not seen either of those two teams dookie in their pants. You keep saying no all you want to. You're just wrong.
I mean, the Raiders lost to the Bears.
The Raiders did not lose to the Bears.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. Actually, oddly enough, both those teams lost to the Bears.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah, both those teams.
This shows the supremacy of the NFC over the AFC.
I do need to say this for the record. 2 of the 4 best teams in the AFC lost to a guy whose quarterback rating yesterday was lower than his GPA in college, which wasn't bad.
Right.
And I don't care if you were the valedictorian. If your QBR is lower than your GPA, that's kind of like your blood alcohol level being higher than your street address.
Right.
It's not good. Like, there's no good coming from that.
And is it fair to hold that Bears loss against the Raiders for what was going on with the team at the time with all the John Gruden stuff?
And I'll be honest with you.
But we didn't even find out about that until after.
And I don't hold no, you knew. The DeMaurice Smith shit had already come out on Friday. So, yeah, you knew.
Yeah,
and I'll be honest with you, inside that team, that would have been equally bad.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't hold that loss against them. And I don't hold the Bears loss against the Bengals because you had Justin Fields slide in at halftime or in the second quarter. So the game script is completely different.
Right.
I just look at those 2 games and go, it is what it is. Chuck G said Pat Mahomes is a $500 mistake. I'm going a $500 million mistake. We will get to that momentarily.
It's hard to argue. Look, it's hard to argue.
I never thought I would say this. I didn't, especially coming into this year. But who they think gonna beat them Bengals?
Yep.
They're really fucking good.
They are.
Joe Burrow's everything I thought he was and 10 times more.
Jamar Chase is way better than I thought he was going to be, and hell, I was high on him. Hell, I was the defender of Jamar Chase during the draft process.
This Bengals thing is now officially like the dude from You looking like Baker Mayfield. You can resist all you want to, but it's the fucking truth.
It's not the truth. It's not the truth. He looks like John Mayer.
No, he kind of looks like Baker Mayfield and John Mayer had a love child. But by the way, I watched that over the weekend.
You found
show.
them in similar clothing, and that's it. They have similar facial hair and similar clothing, and that's all you have.
No.
Yeah. I checked your feed. You are in the vast minority on this one.
That's fine.
No one else believes that he looks like Baker Mayfield.
You know what else I'm in the vast minority about? # birds aren't real. They're still fucking not.
That's
at the end of the day, still not.
Stop that.
Still not real. No big deal.
It's
a movement.
That's dumber than Jets +7, just so you know.
No, it's not.
Just so you know. Oh, 100% it is.
Literally, the only things you could tell me that are dumber than Jets +7 is the earth is flat. Today is Friday. There's very little in this life that is dumber than Jets +7. I will take the Jets to cover against the New England Patriots. Yeah. Are you on the marijuanas? Because that's the only way I can understand that.
You never know. You never know with me. Lamar,
are you smoking the drugs again?
I smoke all the drugs.
I smoke all the drugs.
Lamar Jackson, he didn't play badly yesterday.
No,
It was just his team couldn't do shit.
That's the thing.
Right.
Is that Baltimore didn't play badly.
No.
Cincinnati just beat their fucking skull in at home.
Mm-hmm.
You can be a detractor all you want to. I don't care. That's fine.
Yep.
I was there. The defense, it's good.
It's okay.
Good.
Yeah.
There's no other words you can say there but good.
Mm-hmm.
You can go up, but you cannot go down.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good team. They're the best team in the AFC. Other than the Buffalo Bills.
I was getting ready to say, you dethroning the Buffalo Bills?
Nope.
So the Cincinnati Bengals come Wednesday when we do power rankings. How close to the top 5 are they going to be? You still got a couple of days to make that decision.
I already know where they're going to be.
Oh, my gosh.
And I'll tell you right now,
Yeah.
it's a real low number.
Mm-hmm.
Might be the number of my favorite NASCAR driver ever.
Holy smokes. That's going to be a lot.
Raise hell, praise Dale.
Yeah. Wow.
Still maintain if you don't bury me in that Dale Earnhardt casket, I'm going to haunt you. I'll haunt all of you that have anything to do with it.
So we have to make that happen. We have to.
Kellen Joyner said, I can't protect the Chiefs anymore. I have to drop them in the rankings. I am going to drop them quicker than Kendall Jenner drops an NBA player.
I mean, I had them at 10 this past week, and now I'm thinking they should be like 16. They should be run-of-the-mill, average.
All right, since we're talking about the Chiefs, it's probably a
good time.
Probably a good time.
Good time to do that. 27-3. They got embarrassed yesterday by the Tennessee Titans. And what is wrong? That's the question. The question is, what is wrong with the Kansas City Chiefs?
Oh, where would you like me to start?
They can't stop turning the ball over.
Oh, where would you like me to start? Because I have a couple of thoughts.
Okay.
One, their defense looks like it's coordinated by an 8-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
That defense is fucking putrid. By the way, if you listened to me yesterday on A.J. Brown, you're welcome. Count all that money. If you listen to me on all the receivers that I didn't play yesterday, you did quite nicely.
Mm-hmm.
A.J. Brown, Terry McLaurin. Should have played 4 fucking receivers yesterday. Stupid Darrell Henderson.
No, you had to play 2 tight ends.
Yeah, stupid Darrell Henderson. Here's the thing. They kept Derrick Henry in check, largely.
Mm-hmm.
He was borderline ineffective.
Yep, except for the touchdown pass.
By the way, when I left here yesterday, I got the notification that Derrick Henry scored a touchdown. And then I pulled up my phone as you're driving. Don't do crimes, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that Michael Pruitt had 7, and so did Derrick Henry. And I went down this Mr. Wizard formula of how in the fuck is that even possible? And I never got to, hey, Derrick Henry threw him a touchdown pass.
Right. I mean, you should have. He's done it before.
I didn't get there.
It's not like it's a new thing.
And then when I got to the social, I went, what is happening?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But Patrick Mahomes.
Are you looking at the box score right now?
No.
What was Pat Mahomes' QBR yesterday?
Oh, God. 33.
Hey, where's my button? Try again.
26.
Try again.
13.5.
One more time.
6.4.
His QBR was 6.
Holy cow.
He was a 6. There are times that 6 is acceptable. 2 a.m. and the bar's closing. 6 is acceptable.
Right.
Sometimes
it's necessary.
Sometimes it's just a fucking win.
Right.
But as a QBR, no. No. He is. Look, a lot of people are jumping on this. Pat Mahomes is no longer elite thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be honest with you. That is.
You'd have a double circumcision.
That is full on Gary Busey
That
crazy.
is full on Gary Busey.
Full on double circumcision crazy.
Yeah.
Stadia Wizzy said bullshittery. Bullshittery is I want that I want that on a hat or something. Or on a shirt.
Bullshittery.
Bullshittery. It's one of my new favorite words.
It is a whole lot of bullshittery, considering the fact that, like I said, Mahomes can't hang on to the ball. He's throwing interceptions. He's fumbling. He fumbled twice yesterday. It's just...
He likes turning the ball. And I do love that we're officially on it's the back-to-back Madden covers thing. Okay, look, okay.
Madden Curse Reborn?
That's becoming less and less Sasquatchy. Okay? That's the thing. I'm starting to legitimately go, I would never be on the cover of Madden.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
And you know who the other one was?
Tom Brady.
Your little boyfriend.
Yeah. And I'm okay with it.
Yeah, you
because he's having a
you just won
amazing
by, You
season.
just won by 906. So
yeah. I'm going to play it. I'm going to do it.
Oh, God.
I'm going to do it.
Oh, God.
I'm going to do it.
The Sportsocracy.
Fire them cannons. By golly, put more powder in those things.
Yeah, by the way, today, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, our new relaunch of our ESPN Radio show will be happening today.
Yes.
It is full fan integration.
Yep.
So if you're on the YouTube stream, you will be able to change the topics. If you say wonderful, smart things, we will shout you out on the radio. We're doing a lot of things with the new show. It is very, very, very exciting. We're getting back to what we actually meant this show to be, which is all run by you.
Right.
You know why? Because we are you. Neither one of us played in the NFL.
No. I mean, you came much closer, but still
yes,
million miles away.
But that's really more genetics than it is anything. I have fantastic genetics. Unfortunately, I really like Cheetos and beanbag chairs and beer.
I think the beer
and
holds
sixes. I'm a big fan of sixes.
And a big fan of sixes.
I was a real big fan of sixes when that was relevant.
I swear. Couldn't complete the physicals because of all the VD. The Tyreek Hill didn't do anything.
No.
In the game. He wasn't even targeted in the first half.
No.
How can you explain that?
9 times in the second half.
But how do you explain that? Like, at some point, you have to think, maybe we should get him the ball. But there again, Mahomes is just going to, I mean, at that point, you get into forcing it and.
Well, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Forcing it's never good. It's never good when you force it.
No.
Lubrication. Lubrication is the fabric of our society.
I can always count on you to take it there.
100%. That's what she said.
I mean, Andy Reid, you look at him after the game, and he's up at the podium, and he's got this look on his face like he don't know what the hell's going on.
Andy Reid had a look on his face like he ordered a full-on Grand Slam at Denny's, and they brought him a salad.
Yep.
Like, the fuck is this? What are you doing?
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Do you think John Candy wanted a salad, really? I mean, he just looks lost.
Right.
Andy Reid looks like somebody that is sitting here going, what in the fuck is going wrong? Like, I can't fix it. He looks like me trying to put together a high chair.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand the directions. The problem is the execution is lacking. And what I've done forever is just not working.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean it doesn't work that we just snapped it? First of all, Pat Mahomes getting to the back of to the top of a 5-step drop looks like he's trying to throw a pass in the middle of 26 traffic at about 4:57.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a lot of this game directly in front of me at the social, and every time I told Asheville Police Chief David Zach, every time he gets to the top of a 5-step drop, I swear to God, I think he's going to get cut in half.
Yep.
I honest to God thought it was going to be Dewey Cox. Wrong kid died.
Right.
At the 50-yard line.
Well, that's what Havoc says. Havoc says Tampa showed in the Super Bowl how to attack Patrick Mahomes, how to rattle him, how to get under his skin. And now everybody's going with that same game plan. They don't have the offensive line to keep the hellhounds at bay.
Yeah,
and he's
now defenses are doing exactly to Pat Mahomes what I used to do when I was a single man. Dazzle them with footwork. Just sing a bunch of shit. Just do all kinds of shit. Just da-da-da-da-da. Oh,
why do I think that never worked?
Have you seen my wife fucking scoreboard?
I don't think you did your little Jimmy Durante dance in front of her, and she went, yeah.
I might have. You never know.
You got her with the helicopter.
James, bitch.
You got her with the helicopter, didn't you?
100% I did.
Anyhow, yeah, I mean, the game plan is simple. Go straight at Patrick Mahomes, and he cannot handle it.
Just throw it all at him. Mm-hmm. Throw the kitchen sink at him, because here's the thing. He doesn't trust another receiver on this team.
Mm-hmm.
He threw 48 passes yesterday. 21 of them were Travis Kelce or Tyreek Hill, and he didn't target Tyreek Hill in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
What does that tell you? They got down, and he immediately went, well, shit.
Now what do I do?
Well, shit. My wife said no, he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She didn't know our first date was a date, but by the end of it, she knew she had been dated. That is all I shall say.
Mm.
A gentleman never does kiss and tell, I do declare. Chuck G said, what's in that drink? It's actually not birthday cake, so I'm not having to choke it down. The purple guava pear makes me very happy.
Yeah, Kelvin Joyner says the Orlando Brown pickup, that's a bust. Yeah.
He has been fucking horrible.
Yeah.
When he has played, which has not been a tremendous amount. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to look this up.
Mm-hmm.
Where does Orlando Brown grade among tackles?
Oh, it's not going to be good,
it's
whatever it is.
It's going to be very bad.
Now, here's the thing. The whole Patrick Mahomes no-look passes and behind-the-back passes and whatever the hell else he was working on, that shit's all real good and cute until you're getting cut in half.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not working for Kansas City. Where's he at?
The number one rated tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs is who?
I don't know.
It's Mike Remmers.
Where's he at?
41.
That's not bad. Good for you, Mike. Good for you. Mr. Turnstile for the Carolina Panthers.
No, he's not. Orlando Brown's 21.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I missed him. He's in between George Fant and Taylor Moton. Tremendous.
Which is not bad.
That's not particularly good. It's not what you want for a guy you gave up first-round pick for.
No. It's not at all.
So how do you fix this with Kansas City?
I have no idea.
I'm right there with you.
I don't know how you fix it. Other than just shut everything down and restart next year. Because there's nothing you can do at this point. You can't.
You can't do that. So you look at, just look at the schedule coming up for this team. All right, so they play the Giants next week.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that's the Monday night game.
Oh.
Then you go Packers, Raiders, Cowboys, the Broncos, Raiders, Chargers, Steelers at the Bengals, Broncos. Do you realize how bad this could actually go?
Mm-hmm.
This team could go 6-11.
But you still have to have the faith that they're going to turn it around,
but
right?
Do you? Like, we've had the faith. Okay, we had the faith. We've kept the faith. We've done all of the things.
Yeah.
And now you just have to realize that this is not good. This is what happens when you draft Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the first round. Think about this. How much better would this team be if they had DeAndre Swift? I thought that no less than 50 times yesterday.
Yeah.
How much better would they be if they had DeAndre Swift coming out of the backfield? You had another legitimate weapon, but you didn't. You overthought, and you thought you were smarter than every team in the NFL, and you wound up here. So it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't have just think about what I'm going to say. All right, they got 3 wins. They blew out the Washington football team towards the end. It was close with the Eagles, and they very easily could have lost to the Browns.
Yep.
This is a team that could easily be 1-6.
Mm-hmm. And if
they've been blown out.
And if they'd had DeAndre Swift instead of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, they might possibly be what? 5-2?
They weren't winning yesterday, period. Rob Johnson said they could have drafted Jonathan Taylor as well.
Mm-hmm.
Very good point. They might have beaten the Ravens. They might have beaten the Chargers. But they got
that's what I'm saying.
Blown out by the Bills and blown out by the Titans.
Yeah, there was no shot in those 2 games. Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. That's a difference one player can make. Oh, buddy. It feels so weird to see this team that we all thought was indestructible. They were infallible. And then they got spanked in the Super Bowl, and it sucked the life out of the team.
And here's the thing. This is common. It is common that a team that makes it to the Super Bowl has a hangover.
Right.
And this team thought adding Joe Thuney was going to make it to where they could run,
mm-hmm.
and they thought adding Orlando Brown was going to be the bookend tackle.
Yep.
And here's the thing. Hadn't worked. There's no cohesion on this line whatsoever. None. And now you're here.
Yeah.
Now you're here. So
I don't know. And Who is this in the comments? Jason Trump's asking how much of this is an Andy Reid issue.
I think more than you want to admit.
I mean, it probably is. I know we criticized Andy Reid for years and years and years when he was in Philadelphia of just not being able to get the job done. And then he goes to Kansas City, and they get close, and it's like, oh, he can't get it done. And then he goes to back-to-back Super Bowls, wins one of them, and now it's wiped all of that away, and we're all looking at Andy Reid like he's the infallible genius. And we want to forget that he's had years where it just didn't come together. Philadelphia Eagles fans, I think, get so they get taken back in their minds when they hear all of this, fellatiating of Andy Reid.
Fellatiating.
Yeah.
There's a word for your Sportsocracy bingo card.
That's right.
We should do a Sportsocracy bingo card.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That's a brilliant idea.
That'd be good.
God, I love when I have good ideas in life.
I don't know how much of this falls on Andy Reid. I mean, obviously, the roster construction and the personnel decisions and all of that, he's got, obviously his hands in all of that. So the fact that their defense still sucks and they haven't been able to put a better defense on the field, I'd look at Andy Reid and the GM and go, yeah, that's your fault. Mm-hmm. You guys should have done that. But you didn't. You looked at last year and you went, oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. All we got to do is focus on the offensive line. And once we get the offensive line taken care of, fuck the defense. It doesn't matter. We can still outscore everybody. And guess what? That's not the way it works.
Kevin Vick had a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the faith, Chiefs fans. The McRib's coming back, and Andy Reid will be back on track 7 days. 7 days.
7 days.
7 days. 1 week from today.
He'll be back in his happy place. He'll have the McRib, and they'll be inspired not to lose another game the rest of the season.
1 week from today, I will have a red and yellow bandana on, cramming down McRibs right here on the show. Oh, actually, it'll be on the afternoon show because I can't get a McRib at 9 o'clock in the morning, which is bullshit. I can have a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, but I can't have a McRib at 9 o'clock in the morning.
You can ask him to put it on a biscuit, maybe. The McRib biscuit. Why has McDonald's not done that? Damn it. I'm trademarking it right now. You can't have it. My idea. The McRib biscuit.
I'm
yes, I'm your Huckleberry.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. No, there is a serious problem with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's a magic thing that they can just flip the switch, stop turning the ball over, and, oh, guess what? Patrick's not running for his life and making stupid decisions anymore. Is it because he's trying to do too much? Is it because he knows
he has to do too much? Because the offense sucks.
Right.
Outside of Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, this offense sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows it. And the defense is so bad that you can't – anytime the defense winds up on the field, you just have to assume they're going to score. That's how bad this defense is.
Right. 27-3, terribly embarrassing. But at least I won the game over you guys.
Now, Havoc said, let's show the Titans some love, 100%.
Oh, no doubt.
100%. You can't look at the Titans now and not go, okay.
No, this is 2 games in a row. I mean, the Buffalo game, your defense stepped up when it had to and made a play. Josh Allen slipped. Okay, whatever. Still, the defense was able to get the job done at the end of that game and be the difference maker. And now they're getting – and yesterday they had to get creative. When Derrick Henry couldn't run like we thought he would, because I thought there was no chance that he wouldn't go for 175 and 2 touchdowns yesterday.
But he didn't. And I told you yesterday on the morning show, I said, you watch. Ryan Tannehill's going to be the one you want because Kansas City has to stack the box, which means you're leaving A.J. Brown one-on-one. And what did he do? Beat their brains out.
Yep.
By the way, you remember that thing I said last Tuesday for Fixer Upper when I said, hey, if somebody in your league's selling A.J. Brown, you should be buying?
Yep.
Come here, Bill. You need a fucking tune-up.
A.J. Brown had 8 catches on 9 targets, 133 yards, and a touchdown. Henry had the touchdown pass, but he still got the normal workload and didn't even break 100 yards.
Nope.
So they did a good job in that respect. But it was just, and I told you, try to stack the box against Derrick Henry. If you can keep him down, good luck. Good luck with that passing offense. And that's exactly what happened. I just never saw the Kansas City would not be involved in the game. 27,
it was a blowout.
27-3 blew my absolute mind. But yeah, absolutely. Hats off to the Tennessee Titans, and the Tennessee Titans have now jumped into the top 10. Easily.
I think we have to talk about the hometown team now.
The Carolina Panthers, and how much they suck.
Oh, hold on.
Carolina's monster of the South. Second cousin to Mothra. Never lost to Godzilla. Never to the Zilla.
Yeah, but they haven't they've only lost since week 3 of this NFL season. They've lost 4 in a row now, and it doesn't look good.
And that is why I have to, Keenan Thompson's was Carolina's.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is Carolawful.
Carolawful.
Is this team really this bad?
I don't think so. I still don't think they're this bad, but it's hard to argue. They're making it really damn hard. Robbie Anderson's continuing to drop passes. Sam's still having trouble staying safe. They can't run the ball. They can't do anything well.
Let's defer to our guy Gary Busey.
Yeah, I haven't. I OD'd on cocaine May the 3rd, 1995. And since that time, I have been away from that, and I never was an alcoholic.
I mean, it's not completely crazy.
Right.
But it's pretty crazy. It's not full-on Gary Busey,
That's the sound the bear makes.
It's not that crazy, but it's pretty fucking crazy. I mean, this team's just not good.
No.
Here's the thing.
And Sam's not good.
No, and I can't defend him anymore.
Right.
I can't.
There's
so much talent in Sam Darnold, but God Almighty, the decision making is horrendous.
Mm-hmm. And what did I say after the first loss? After they had their first loss, I went, okay, now Sam's turned the ball over. What do we need to see? We need to see him back this up with another good performance. And it's only gotten worse and worse and worse every week.
Here's the problem. The NFL figured out Sam Darnold in this Joe Brady offense.
Like that. Yeah.
When you're this easy to figure out, and he is. I mean, let's just be really honest. He threw 25 passes, literally damn near half of them to DJ Moore.
Yep.
You know why? Because he doesn't trust anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
He trusts DJ Moore. He trusts Robbie Anderson. That's it. And he shouldn't trust Robbie because Robbie's been a fucking disaster.
Mm-hmm. He had 2 more drops yesterday, which makes 59 on the season, I think. He's just not good. And Sam Darnold, it's time. It's time to make the phone call. Scott Fitterer, get on the horn and work your damn magic. We have praised everything you have done, and this is the one thing that you have done since you took over as GM of this team in January that has not worked at all.
So what you're telling me is today is a good day for Deshaun Watson to become the quarterback of the Carolina Panthers.
Yes, it is. Today is a good day for Deshaun Watson to become the quarterback of several teams in the NFL. Well, there's 3 really. There's 3 really that I think Miami and Carolina and Philadelphia. Philadelphia needs to realize Jalen Hurts ain't good, and they need to be in on this because you've got the draft capital that could get it done.
Oh, say those teams again. What teams?
The Carolina Panthers, the Miami Dolphins, and the Philadelphia Eagles.
It's Carolina. That's the only team that has any form of aspirations that should give up this much to get Deshaun Watson. That's it. That's it. There is no other team. And I got news for you. Here's something that nobody is thinking about. Deshaun Watson played college football where?
Clemson.
He grew up where?
Anderson?
Georgia. He's from Georgia. There are not many places that are going to be innocent until proven guilty.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not me doing politics. This is me telling you, in more liberal cities, you are not innocent until proven guilty. There is one place where he works, and it's the Carolina Panthers. That's it. There is no other destination. And I'll be honest with you, I would use that. I would use that if I was Scott Fitterer and the Carolina Panthers. You are not going to get Miami to do this. You're not, because they're terrible.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to embolden Chris Greer, because if you let him do it, you can't fire him.
Right.
And you can't fire Brian Flores, and you can't. They need to clean house, and they need to do it today, because that team is a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
The Philadelphia Eagles, I got news for you. Deshaun Watson went 4-12 last year with a team with absolutely no weapons. None.
Right.
So you're going to put him on a team with absolutely no weapons and sit back and wait to see what he does? That doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Carolina Panthers.
No, we
it's the
got
only one that
weapons.
makes any sense.
They've got weapons. They've got young
Smith,
weapons.
They have a weapon. And Dallas, go Dierte. That's it.
You don't think Deshaun Watson could make Jalen Reagor into a thing? You don't think?
I think Jalen Rager's fine, but I don't think the weapons in Philadelphia are markedly better than Brandon Cooks and the band of misfits he had last year.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that much better.
I'm with you.
I don't know. All right, with Deshaun Watson, the only way you make this move is if you think he makes you a contender.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I don't think he makes any of these teams a contender. I think Carolina could sneak into the backside of the playoffs, and with him, they might be able to beat somebody that they're not better than. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a solution for the long term, because I think he would be happier in Carolina. Everybody has said, he's got the no trade clause. He would only accept a trade to Miami. Bullshit.
That's not true.
Bullshit.
The story came out this morning.
That.
The story came out this morning that his camp is now saying that he will basically take the role wherever he can. That he's not just limiting himself to two options right now.
And Jason Trump said Watson can veto any trade, and he turned down Philly. Mm-hmm. He did. I can literally verify that. He said Philadelphia can stop calling.
Okay.
Because I'm not approving that deal. For two reasons. One, he doesn't trust Howie Roseman. Two, he does not trust how he would be treated in that city. If you remember, when Michael Vick showed up with the Philadelphia Eagles, there were people picketing outside the front gates.
Yes.
You know what's not going to happen in Charlotte? That. We cover that team. I'm telling you it wouldn't happen. I'm telling you it wouldn't happen. Go check the Reddits. Go check the Twitters. I'm telling you it wouldn't happen in Carolina.
Okay.
At least not to the same level. And he knows that.
Yeah.
And he knows that. That's why he's softening to Carolina. That's why all of these things, and Armchair Commentary said the exempt list is still in play. No, it's not.
No.
It's never been in play. It's never been a thing. Here's what people don't seem to be getting about the Deshaun Watson thing. The exempt list is when you were accused or convicted of a violent crime or a felony. Up until this point, none of that has happened. This is all civil. Nothing is going to happen this year, next year, any of that until that happens. Now, Adam Black asked a question that I need to give some credence to because I got some insider information this morning.
Okay.
And this goes back to somebody, I want to say it was a Boye or somebody like that asked, who's ever believed in Sam Darnold? A lot of people do. A lot of people still do. Mm-hmm. And I have it on good authority that the Houston Texans have absolutely no interest in Tua Tagovailoa whatsoever. They do have interest in Sam Darnold because they think he can be the future quarterback because they know what's coming. Mm-hmm. They know what's coming up. If you don't get Sam Howell, you're fucked because you're taking a risk on Malik Willis or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Jonathan Welch said, why is Jeremy's mullet turned into a WWE contender? You have no idea. Oh, you have no idea. I do look somewhat like Ravishing Rick Rude. I mean, a fat. I'm Ravishing
you
Rick
look
Rude.
like Hillbilly Jim. You don't look like a Ravishing Rick Rude. I'll put you in some fucking overalls and a Jed Clampett hat.
Listen here, Earthquake. I don't necessarily know that you're the one that should be casting aspersions.
I will not accept that. That man had more beautiful hair than I will ever have.
Although if you grew your hair out, you would look just like John Tenta.
I will accept Big Van Vader. I will take that.
Oh, no, you should want his buddy. Oh, no, you should look at Big Van Vader and go, that is #goals.
Indeed. I do.
I do want to see you put on a big elephant head, though. Mm-hmm. That sounds like a Photoshop job coming.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a Photoshop job just waiting to happen.
No, Deshaun Watson, I'm all aboard. I'm all aboard the Carolina Panthers. Deshaun Watson train. Stop this. Stop this before it gets worse. Mm-hmm. This was a team that you could believe in, and now Sam Darnold, and it's gone off the rails quickly.
Adam Black asked, is this a Brady problem or a Darnold problem? I think it's a combo. think it's a combo of Joe Brady is trying to put Sam Darnold in a box that he's not ready for. Because here's what Carolina saw in Darnold. He's very athletic. You saw that early in the season when he was running for touchdowns and things like that. The problem is that he's not a quick decision maker.
Right.
That's what Joe Burrow did that made Joe Brady such an alluring offensive genius. Sam Darnold's not that. He's not. This is a guy that has all the arm talent in the world, and he's got $1 million arm and a 10-cent brain. And that's just all there is to it. This has always been a problem. This was a problem when I evaluated him coming out of college. His decision-making has always been suspect at best. And now you're putting him in this Joe Brady offense that puts a lot of the onus on the quarterback. And you're seeing they figured him out very, very quickly. And so now you're here. You need a quarterback that has a quarterback brain and has that analytical mindset that can go through progressions, hit at the one, get off that quick. Darnold doesn't do that. Darnold sticks on the one, and then by the time he moves his eyes and he gets through the progressions, by the time he gets to 3, he's got somebody hitting him right between the eyes. That's not going to work in this offense. And the NFL's figured it out. Because what do? I'll just send 5 at you on every play.
Right.
I'm going to send 5 players on every play. Somebody is going to hit him, and the more you hit him, the more likely he is to make a bad decision. That is how yesterday happened. So I just think it's just a very bad marriage.
Yeah.
And I think the Deshaun Watson thing fixes it.
Yeah, and you have to blanket his number one option and make him work through his progressions to save you time.
Glenn Hopper asked, interested to hear what you would have asked for from Tampa if you were the guy that had Brady's 600th touchdown. I would have asked Tom Brady to hit himself in the face with a claw hammer 3 times. I will give it to you, but you have to you have to dirty up that pretty face of yours.
Aww,
that's the only way.
No way.
There is just no other way.
He was well taken care of. Don't worry.
Actually, you know what? You have to do with the claw hammer. You just have to punch yourself in the face as hard as you can twice. Done. And I'll hand it to you. You don't have to sign shit.
Wouldn't you want to take the punches? Wouldn't.
Oh, he lets me?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. All the way.
I was gonna say I mean, you've got a nice little piece of leverage here. You're not using it to its full capabilities. You could be the one punching.
David Bingston Errant. We're like an AA meeting for sports. Good to see you.
What's up, David?
Are the Cardinals your Super Bowl favorite yet?
No.
Yes, they are. If I had to pick a Super Bowl matchup right now, it'd be the Buffalo Bills and the Arizona Cardinals. Because their good is just so good.
And you would favor the Cardinals?
I don't know. I don't know who I would favor.
Well, that's what he's saying.
I know.
You've been so stuck on the Buffalo Bills.
I don't know what I would do.
The Cardinals were my number one last week.
They weren't mine, but they will be this week.
And here's the thing. They're still not my Super Bowl favorite. I think at this point, I just need to see it. I need to see you continue this run. And I don't know. There's a part of me that just doesn't trust it yet. Right now, they're the best team in the NFL. No doubt about it. But I don't know.
Multiple.
But I don't. But here's the thing: is I don't know that they could get out of the NFC.
Who stops them? Here's the thing: you have to have a very all right, this is an imitation league, and I'm telling you this is coming. And we're going to talk about this on the ESPN show this afternoon. The NFL is an imitation league. We've talked about how there's a lack of corners that can one-on-one stop players. There's a lack of quarterbacks that can one-on-one make tight window throws. There's an evolution coming, and you're seeing it with the Arizona Cardinals. Because here's what they're doing. They're just throwing everything but the kitchen sink at you because they know you can't defend it all at one time. That's what Kansas City can't do. That's the difference between Kansas City and Arizona, because the offenses have a lot of similarities. They don't run. They don't even try. They really don't even try to run the ball at you. But what Arizona does that is so much better than Kansas City is that they're not relying on Byron Pringle or DeMarcus Robinson or Mecole Hardman or one of these other guys. Their 2 is A.J. Greene, who is a tactician running routes, or Rondale Moore, who's just more athletic than the guy you're putting on him, or Christian Kirk, who's just a jack of all trades. That's why Arizona's so much better. Defensively, they just get after your quarterback. They know they have weaknesses in the backside. It doesn't matter. They know I've got a J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones when he's been healthy, and I can just get there and I can harass your quarterback, and I know what you're doing because I'm going to score. So this ability to bleed clock on me doesn't exist. Yeah, you sit here and run it. That's all well and cute and good, and give them more power to you. I'm going to take the ball, and I'm going to score in 3.5 minutes. And you can keep trying to do this 3 yards in a cloud of dust bullshit, and I'm just going to throw it over top of you.
Right.
No big deal.
Right.
Sorry, that was a little bit of a aside, but I did want to talk about the Cardinals today.
No, I mean, that's fine. I just don't know that to me, the NFC is so tight. Like, if I had to pick a Super Bowl favorite right now, I think it would be Buffalo. Because
they're my favorite from the AFC.
Because I think they are better than – I just don't know who's going to make it out of the NFC.
The NFC is going to be an absolute minefield.
Yeah, you still have the Cardinals, the Rams, the Bucks, and the Packers. All of those teams I could see making the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
In the AFC, it's kind of Bills standalone for me. The Bengals are trying to squeeze their way into that conversation.
They're there. The Bengals are there. That offense is that good because this is now we talked about this forever. This is an offense-driven league.
Yep.
That was true, and now it is confirmed 100%. I really don't care if you can stop a nosebleed.
Right.
I need you to be able to get stops in big moments. That's it. That's it. And that's what the Bengals do. That's what the Bills do. That's what the Arizona Cardinals do.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it is.
That's where it is. Yeah, 25-3, the Giants over the Panthers. It was a big letdown yesterday. The Packers beat the Redskins, and we knew that was going to happen.
Football team, stop doing that.
Whatever.
You got to be politically correct, bro.
Pick a damn name.
You got to be politically correct, bro.
Excuse me. The football team.
Call them the Washington numbered helmets. The Washington stool samples. Because that's what their jerseys look like.
The Washington Maroon. 24-10. Packers win. We all knew that was coming.
Armchair commentary said give Whiteside what he wants. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
By the way, if any of the rest of you want us to talk about a specific team, we've got 2 topics left in the show.
Yep.
One of them is the New England Patriots. One of them is the San Francisco 49ers. If you would like us to spend a minute on your team, throw it in the comments, and I'll get a graphic together, and we'll spitfire it for 60 seconds, 90 seconds.
Yep. Taylor Heineke sucks. We all knew this.
He does.
Did you see how many drives they had yesterday that ended in enemy territory, deep in enemy territory?
Yeah, because he's bad at football.
It was awful. And the slide trying to go, like, dude, you could have just waltzed right into the end zone and he slid instead. It was the dumbest thing I've seen.
Hey, we have to talk
about
at
least I was.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm just kind of blowing through the games here, so we make sure to hit on everybody. The Falcons, hey, I got that one kind of right.
No, you didn't.
No, yeah, 2.5.
It's not whether you win or lose, it's whether you cover the spread.
Whether you cover the spread.
And I did.
I had the Falcons to win yesterday, but I was giving up 2.5 points, and they won by 2.
Jonathan Welch said Monday Night Football doesn't count on this show. No, I was out of room on the graphic, and Monday Night Football doesn't happen till tonight.
We're getting there.
We'll talk about that all kinds of times tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Falcons 30-28 over the Dolphins. The Dolphins have no hope.
The Dolphins need to fire Brian Flores right now because it's getting toxic. They have actual pieces. They need an offensive coach. Tua was not the problem yesterday.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't. He was not the problem.
No. But
here's the problem. In the AFC East, the New England Patriots, the New York Jets, and the Miami Dolphins are just different shades of the same turd.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they are. You're different levels of turd, which gets us to another one of our overreactions. The New England Patriots are an AFC playoff team.
I mean, 54-13. You beat anybody in the NFL that badly. You should be in consideration for the playoffs, right?
Let's ask our buddy Gary Busey, shall we?
These tomatoes aren't even ripe.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
They're not even ripe.
Aren't even ripe.
Yeah.
In the words of the late, great Colonel Sanders, I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
No, the Patriots are not ripe.
No,
they're not ripe for the picking.
Cool, you beat the Jets with Mike White, the pride of Western Kentucky.
Yep.
I mean, for fuck's sake. That's your high water mark? Well, we stayed competitive with the Dallas Cowboys. You're still not good. And Zach Wilson got wrong. Kid died. By the way, as soon as he went down, I went, oh, God, why does God hate me?
Because you knew what was coming.
Why am I not allowed to have fun in my life?
I told you y'all should have got some kind of veteran to sit behind him, and then you got to turn it over to Mike White, who wasn't horrible.
He was pretty bad.
Was it?
He was fine on the first drive when it was like New England looked at him and went, why is Mike Glennon's little brother playing quarterback for the Jets? And then they went, oh, wait, he sucks.
Right.
Like, just lay off your receiver, pick it off. It's fine. He's inaccurate as hell.
Yep.
The Jets are bad. Bad. And next week, they get the fighting Jamar Chases. The Jets might give up 90 points next week.
Now watch them win.
They won't. I'm just telling you. Oh, it's a trap game.
It's a trap game.
I don't care if half the Bengals stay in the hotel. We still couldn't beat them. Jamar Chase could be the kicker of the Cincinnati Bengals. They would still beat us.
The Lions lost to the Rams, even though they tried to. I mean, they tried to make it look good.
My buddy Danny Brock, he's in the comments. We're like an AA meeting for sports.
What's
Nice
up,
to see Danny. Danny, who has given me some of my favorite phrases of all time. Fuck by the fickle finger of fate. That's a Danny Brockism.
Okay.
Many of my phrases have come from Danny Brock.
Okay.
He's a legend around these parts. Love that guy.
Oh, this is not Give It To Me, Baby, I Know You Brought It With You?
No, that's a different person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Give It To Me, Baby, I Know You Brought It With You. That's another person.
With all of the weird things that happened yesterday, though, was there ever a moment where you went, no, the Lions cannot win this game? When they were up 19-16, did you ever think this is going to end poorly?
You're asking, did I at any point think the Lions were going to beat the Rams?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No, wrong one.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Was she a great big fat person?
Yeah, bad. Brandon Pike said, remember when y'all said the Bengals couldn't win 5 games? Look, we are like an AA meeting for sports, and I am going through the 12 steps of Bengals sadness, okay? Mm-hmm. So I have already made amends, and now I am trying to right my wrongs. Mark Lewis said, can the Jets be fixed, or do we as disgruntled Jets fans have to just wait it out for another 10 years? I'm going to
switch teams.
No, not allowed. Wrong. Where's my... No.
Stop it. You're in an abusive relationship, and you need to get out now.
This is not an abusive relationship. This is look, we fell in love with someone that, well, they have limitations. And it doesn't change the love that you have for them.
Right.
You just hope one day they'll be better than they are.
You ever known somebody who's in an abusive relationship? Yep, that's exactly what they say.
Yeah. Okay. Shut the fuck up.
That's just spitballing here. Matthew Stafford had a good performance against his old team, 28-19. The Rams knock off the Lions. No big surprise there. The Philadelphia Eagles, they lost to the Las Vegas Raiders, as we said they would. They got demolished as we said they would.
The Vegas Raiders are doing exactly what any logical NFL fan would ask of them. You are squishing teams that you're supposed to.
Yep.
That is a playoff team.
I'd agree.
Straight up, that's a playoff team.
I started to lose faith after I did lose faith after the Chicago Bears loss. And then you take into account all of the things that have been going on off the field with that team. It does appear now that they have united under Rich Bisaccia.
They need to send a thank you basket to John Gruden because Rich Bisaccia is a better coach. Straight up, he's a better in-game coach. John Gruden had his flaws. Obviously, he had his the good. You also have to look at he has united this team. This team is better right now than they were with John Gruden. Period.
Yep. Unfortunately, Josh Jacobs went down in the game. I think he's getting an MRI today.
Yeah, Kenyon Drake is probably the number one waiver wire ad of the week. I don't know what his ownership percentage is, but we'll talk about that tomorrow.
It's probably got to be, I would imagine it's got to be over 50%.
Daniel Calderon said, I'm worried about our Rams defense, solely because we didn't really talk about the Rams much.
Right.
You shouldn't be. The Lions threw everything but the kitchen sink at you. They literally ran a fake punt and an onside within the first 5 minutes of the game. There's nothing to be concerned about. You want me to tell you the difference between this year and last year? You played this exact same game last year if you're the Rams. It was against the Jets. And you lost it. You didn't lose this one.
Right.
That's all you need to know.
Right.
The Rams, to me, they are going to be in my top 5 tomorrow. Again, I still think they're a legitimate Super Bowl contender. They're very, very good. Daniel Calderon had asked for a take on the Rams, and it just slipped my mind. I did not want him to think that that I missed him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the Lions at this point are, they're like a lion caught in a trap. They are just gnawing at their own leg trying to get free. So they're coming up with anything they possibly can to try to win ball games.
So what you're telling me?
Oh,
That's the sound the bear makes.
Oh, wait. It's time for the PSA.
Oh, for the bear?
Yeah, you can do the PSA for the Bears.
That's a Help Asheville Bears bear. We have a bit of an epidemic around here of trappers going after bears, black bears. And I know people, they get in my trash. Well, then put a fucking bungee cord on your trash can.
Right.
Stop maiming these wonderful animals. Jody Williams and the guys over at Help Asheville Bears doing wonderful things.
Yep.
Check them out at helpashevillebears.com.
Yeah, there was a story in the paper yesterday, or on the paper's website yesterday, of somebody found a severed bear paw up on the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Yeah.
So it is a problem that keeps happening and keeps popping up around. So
and
we need
they're
to
eradicating these people, and they're ending up in jail.
Yes.
So, and that's where they belong.
Yes. And so go and support Help Asheville Bears. Raiders win 30-7 over the Eagles. Miles Sanders, he got banged up in the game as well. He's going to get an MRI today to find out how serious that injury
I'm afraid
is.
that one's going to be bad.
I hope not.
I'm afraid that one's going to be bad.
Yeah.
And the sad part is that, hey, Nick Sirianni had finally figured out, hey, we should give the ball to Miles Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
And then he broke.
Yep. DMP dead. Tampa Bay Buccaneers fire them cannons, 38-3 over the Bears. It was never close. Tom Brady doing Tom Brady things. His 600th touchdown pass of his career. The first one in NFL history to hit that mark. Yes, Mike Evans did dumb things and gave the ball away to a fan, but they have taken care of the fan. They got the ball back. I think he got a signed helmet. He got 2 signed jerseys, and I believe he got tickets as well. I don't know how many tickets, but
the fan
he was
just
well taken care of.
Yeah, the fan did just
Don't
fine.
worry. I think he got a signed Tom Brady and a signed Mike Evans jersey and the helmet and the tickets. They took care of him. And the Buccaneers took care of business against the Bears 38-3. Cardinals 31-5 over the Texans.
Yeah, we've already talked about that.
Yeah, the Cardinals are great.
Yeah, we need to talk about one thing with the Bears, though. My weekly, hey, what was Justin Fields' QBR?
Yeah.
Do you know what it was?
No.
Oh. Let's play the same game we played at Pat Mahomes.
4.5.
Oh, hold on. Go. You're too high?
2.9.
Still too high?
I'm going to go 1.6.
1.9? It was a 1.9?
I went too low.
Yeah, it was a 1.9 for Justin Fields.
Hot.
He is not an NFL quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Period. He's not an NFL quarterback.
Yep.
It's not going to get better. Jason Trump asked, can you get negatives in QBR? No. 0 is the floor. And Justin Fields just barely limped over that line and went, I'm good here.
Yep.
Let's just stay here.
Yep.
No need to overachieve. Let's just stay right here.
He had 5 turnovers in the game yesterday. It was a good day for the Buccaneers defense.
Khalil Herbert had 100 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, that's going to be more of a split when David Montgomery comes back than people think.
It better be. 100 yards against the Buccaneers defense is that's a market achievement.
Mm-hmm. It is. And he's a very good running back.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there was a wise, very brawny man-looking individual that told you Khalil Herbert was very good at footballs.
Yep.
Yeah, there he is.
And we believe you.
Hey, as long as it's not an LSU receiver, I'm somebody you should probably listen to every once in a while.
Kyler Murray in the beatdown of the Texans yesterday. I just wanted to throw this out. He only had 8 incompletions on the game.
Yeah.
Which was he's good.
Yeah,
he's good.
He's good at the footballs.
He is very good. And then, of course, last night in the monsoon, the Indianapolis Colts had that one beat the San Francisco 49ers 30-18.
And now this is what Michael Whiteside's been looking for to give his narrative on his San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
And it's our last overreaction.
Should
the
they
San
turn to
Francisco
Trey
49ers
Lance?
should turn to Trey Lance.
Wow, winning.
That's not Gary Busey crazy at all. It's not.
Okay.
Because be really honest with yourself. Just, facts don't care about your feelings. Let's be really honest about the San Francisco 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the standings in the NFC. Who are they better than? Name me a playoff team they're better than. You got the division leaders, which is the Cardinals, the Buccaneers, the Packers, and the Cowboys. All right, you take them out. Now you look at the wild card teams.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Rams, as of right now, the Rams, the Saints, and the Vikings. Are they really better than the Vikings?
I want to say yes, but I don't know.
And I don't think they are. I don't.
Really?
I think Kyle Shanahan will keep them. I like Kyle Shanahan a lot. He's a very good coach, very original offensive play caller.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason you have to go to Trey Lance. Because he can put Trey Lance in the best position to succeed.
Yeah, he can definitely do more things.
The fact he can run is going to add a level to this offense.
Mm-hmm.
Last night was hard to watch at times. And yes, it was in a monsoon. I get all that.
Right. I mean, it was the third game in a row that Jimmy Garoppolo's thrown an interception, at least one interception. But I don't really ding him for that. I mean, it looked bad on the other side, too. I mean, if the San Francisco 49ers defense could have held on to some balls, they'd have had 3 interceptions in that game. So, to me, last night was the Colts got lucky. They got lucky that San Francisco couldn't make them pay for their mistakes or for Carson Wentz's mistakes. And I really don't put a whole lot of stock into it. I do think that the offense is anemic for San Francisco, and that's a big problem.
It's not very good. It's not very good.
Mm-hmm. So maybe with Trey Lance, maybe you're right. Maybe he will spark the offense and they can do something more. But here's the thing. Why do you hate Brandon Ayuk?
He doesn't really fit in this offense. He doesn't do what Shanahan's asking them to do. And I'll be honest with you, I'm seeing the same thing with the Jets. Mike LaFleur is doing the same thing with Denzel Mims that Shanahan's doing to a lesser extent with Brandon Ayuk.
Okay.
By the way, this has become a topic in the comments, so I'm going to have to comment on this. Somebody said, let me see if I can go back and find it. G-Baby said Justin Fields equals Jamarcus Russell. I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of people said, oh, no, Justin Fields is better. Go back and look at the game logs for Jamarcus Russell. He was so otherworldly talented, it didn't matter that he was a dum-dum and refused to study his playbook, refused to do any of that shit. It's an apt comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Because Fields does have an arm, but I'm telling you right now, he does not do the things it takes to be a quarterback in this league. But going back to San Francisco, I just think that Trey Lance gives you a much more solid floor. Because the defense is not, at this point, good enough to carry you anymore. The secondary has huge issues.
Mm-hmm.
Huge issues. And I'm just looking at the NFC now, going, all right, the 49ers are on a pace with the Seahawks, who I think they're better than.
Yep.
The Panthers, who I think with Deshaun Watson would be better than them. There's going to be a weird team make the playoffs. I just don't know that they're aggressively better than any of these teams. And schedule-wise, they have to play the AFC or the NFC West.
Mm-hmm.
That's a recipe for disaster. I think you need to be getting these game reps for Trey Lance. Because be really honest with yourself. Is this team winning a playoff game this year?
No.
There you go. So, if you're going to be bad, and I don't think they're bad, I think they're mediocre, it would be much better to get these game reps for Trey Lance than just to keep funneling Jimmy Garoppolo out there. But he's not making anybody better.
Mm-hmm.
Deebo Samuel, I could be the fucking quarterback, and Deebo Samuel would be an all-world talent.
Right.
It's just the way it is. Daniel Calderon just said, I just realized your beer logo has a city in it. That's the Asheville City skyline, which is where we are, and that's San Francisco 49ers colors. But the new colors are the North Carolina state flag.
Yep.
And we will, as time goes on, tell you why all of those things are happening.
Indeed. The 49ers get to go to the Bears on Halloween. So, you can get a win there.
Oh, I'm not saying they're not going to win games.
No,
I'm saying
but
best case scenario with Jimmy Garoppolo, you're going to go 9-8. You sneak into the backside of the playoffs, and you get the Bucs in the first round, and you get blown out. And then next year, you still have the problem of Trey Lance doesn't have the game reps.
Right.
When he comes back from the knee, this should be his team.
If nothing changes, looking at their schedule, they might win 6 games.
There you go.
Maybe 6.
That's the point. If you're going to do that, you have to get the game reps for your young quarterback. Because the biggest knock on him is not arm talent.
Mm-hmm.
It's not decision-making. It's not any of that shit. He doesn't have the game reps. There's only one way to fix that. You have to get him those game reps.
Yep.
And that's where you're at. Now you have to get him those. So
Kyle
I think it is not Gary Busey crazy to turn this team over.
Kyle Shanahan in trouble?
No. In no way.
Okay.
There are a lot of coaches that are in trouble, but I don't think he's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Calderon said, do we sell any beer stuff? So we're working on all of that.
Yes.
We have had more merchandising issues than any show in the history of creation, and it's just the two of us. We believe we have found a company that will streamline all of these things.
Mm-hmm.
We think. Until they're tangibly in my hand, I don't believe anything at this point.
Right. Stay tuned. Stick with us this afternoon on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880
It's going to
AM.
sound different.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to look different.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have interaction just like we have on this show. It's the only show, to my knowledge, that is on radio anywhere that will have direct live chat interaction. And that is what we want. It's what we've always wanted. And we've got some cool shit coming.
Yep.
We really do. And we are so thankful for all of you. We could not be here without you. It has genuinely, we have been trying to get to this day. And we're here.
Yep. 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400 locally. You can hear the Sportsocracy PM show. Yes, we are rebranding. No more Sports Tank with Jeremy Greene. Nope. This is now the Sportsocracy. Both shows, the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville every weekday afternoon at 3. You can hear it everywhere you go, live or on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
Jason Trump said, I just heard the promo on ESPN Radio pushing the Sportsocracy.
Yep.
You're going to hear that a lot.
Yep.
And there are reasons for that we'll as time goes on, we'll clue you into why you're hearing more of these things.
Yes.
Good things are happening here.
Yes,
It's been a bit of a slow roll since we moved over here, but now all of the things are in place.
Mm-hmm.
It will be on YouTube as well. You can come right here. You will see the notification, just like with this show. You will have us on the screen with the graphics and all the things. So we're very excited. We have worked really hard to get to this point, and now we're here. Looks like we made it.
Hit that subscribe button. Share it out with your friends as well. Tell them where they can go for the best damn sports community on radio, on the internet, anywhere. It's the Sportsocracy, at the Sportsocracy on all of the social medias. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene, and we will see you this afternoon.